What we wanted to do is to start a new series on this channel. And it's just going to be a playlist. I don't know if I'll do it once a week or once a month, but I just want to title it Learn with Rev. I'm still learning. I don't know about you when it comes to business, when it comes to life. I think if you ever get to a point that you're not learning or you think you know it all, then you are probably on the downhill slope. So I just want to title this Learn with Rev. I think we talked a little bit about this on a live.
Hey, come learn with Rev.
All right, y'all, welcome back again today. Today is our Sunday. Now, this is going to come out for you on a Monday night. This is our day 12 of our eBay Accountability Listing Challenge, and today I'm going to probably squeak out the minimum 10 amount of listings because our schedule today has been chaotic. Our kids right now are actually at a friend's house, and they're expecting there in just a minute. So I'm still in my Sunday best, and Nicole's in her party attire. She's ready to go play some cards. So I'm getting some stuff done here at the house, and we don't do eBay, Macari. We don't do any of that on Sunday on normal occasions. Sunday is a day that we set aside for worship and for rest. But because today is Sunday and we said that we were going to have a video every day, we want to make sure that we can have that accountability board. So what we wanted to do is to start a new series on this channel. And it's just going to be a playlist. I don't know if I'll do it once a week or once a month, but I just want to title it Learn with Rev. I'm still learning. I don't know about you when it comes to business, when it comes to life. I think if you ever get to a point that you're not learning or you think you know it all, then you are probably on the downhill slope. So I just want to title this Learn with Rev. I think we talked a little bit about this on a live, but maybe our broader audience wasn't a part of that live, but we talked about something called time management.
Yes.
Is time management easy?
No.
Is time management fun?
Not always.
Is time management something that we have to work on?
Yes.
If you do not do any time management, then what happens?
Oh, chaos.
Chaos, yeah. Time, there's always going to be things to steal your time. And if you don't know how to manage it, you're going to, distractions. That's on a squirrel, cat, yeah. Those type things in our life will always cause those issues. So what we have done is we've sort of set this up like Nikki T is going to be the interviewer. She's going to ask me a few questions. I'm going to give a few answers. She's going to interject. I'm going to interject. And hopefully this conversation, this 10-minute or so conversation will be something that'll be helpful for you. If you're a reseller, if you're in business, if you're just anybody, you don't have to be in that to understand and to better some very simple principles when it comes to time management. So take it away, Ivana.
Oh, is it time now?
It's time now.
When is the best time to develop time management skills?
I think that's a great question. Now, I wrote it, so obviously it's a good question. I think it's great because the answer to that question is now. If you don't manage and you don't start managing your time now, then you will probably always have things that will take time and will take your time and will waste your time. So if you have never thought about managing your time and time management, the best time to start that is now. But the second kicker, a part of that, is it's a whole lot better to already have developed time management skills than like right now in my life, we're in a bind. Because when I say we're in a bind, it's not a bad thing. We just have a lot of extra activities that we have brought on to our life. I have made a choice to bring on to our life every day that if I did not have a pretty decent understanding of time management, I would not be able to accomplish this.
And an awesome wife.
And an awesome wife. That is exactly right. There's a lot of things that I don't have to do because of my awesome wife. But it's better to learn time management skills before you're in a bind. If you wait until you don't have time, then you won't have time for time management. So the best time to develop time management skills is when you have time to do it. And if you've never done it, do it now.
All right. What do you set first, your agenda or priorities?
All right, now let's define the two. Agenda is what I'm going to do today. And I'm going to say, this is my agenda For this time I'm doing this, at this time I'm doing this, and you sort of set an agenda or a plan for your day. Now, if you set your agenda first, if you're anything like me, I would love to sit in front of the television and to binge watch Hannah on Amazon. That would be a great thing for me to do today, because if I was just to set my agenda, that would probably be a big chunk of it. But I know that I've got certain things that have priority, that are important and have higher priority than entertainment. So I think first it's always wise to understand what should have priority when it comes to your time management skills. What are some of our priorities when it comes to time management?
Well, family first. Family time and worship.
Yeah, worship, family time. So like today, we didn't have any. Today we don't have time really for reselling. We don't have a lot of time because today, of course, I pastor a church, but we worship, we spend time with family and friends. And on Sunday, those take great priority. So there's certain priorities, and it may be different for you than it is for me, but there's certain things that take precedence, certain things that have higher priority. So because of that, we don't have to wake up on Sunday and say, what are we going to do? We sort of know what's going to take place already, because certain things have higher priority, and then I go and set the agenda based upon that. But if you do it backwards, then you're going to get things that should not have great priority are going to take precedence over things that should.
And I think this is where we can plug the last video, that once you set your agenda, don't be afraid to have a little bit of flexibility in there because of a priority that may come up or something that may happen to throw your agenda off.
There's so many things that can happen. So make sure you understand your priorities, and priorities helps you say yes and no to certain things. There have been times in my life, and I'm sure in yours you'll figure out that if you have a hard time saying no to certain things, you need to think about if those no's and yeses are of greater priority. If you say yes to the guys of going playing golf every Saturday, and you always tell your kids and your wife or whatever, your significant other, if you tell them no when you should be, we're probably telling them yes more. I'm preaching to myself today. What about the next one?
Do you ever have to sacrifice time for things that hold a lower priority?
Yeah. All right, now here's one that may be a kicker for all of us. As I said, there's things that I enjoy doing. There's things that I love. I am called. I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. I'm called into ministry. All of these things are very great and high priority in my life. But there are times that I realize that the first institution I believe set up in the Bible was the family, so that has greater precedence than the church, because the church, when it comes to that, is my job that I serve as pastor. This is just an illustration. So if there's times in the middle of the night that I'm called out, or let's say at a family time that I'm called out, let's say someone has been in the hospital and I've got to go. My family is going to understand, even though they have a greater priority, and my job, the ministry that I'm called to do, has a lower priority. Or even a better illustration, if I have to go pack orders on Monday and there's something else that the family would rather me do, they understand, even though eBay is way down the list in a lower priority, that sometimes I have to sacrifice family time to do these other things that we need to do. But here's where the kicker comes in. This is the way I always do it, is deposits and withdrawals. You know, you have a bank account. If you take more money out than you have put in, then you're going to be overdrafted and you're going to get penalized, and there's going to be great penalties. I believe it's the same way in life. If I put time into my family and make deposits into Nikki T's life, and I make deposits into my children's life, when I get called away for family time or called off vacation because of something that's going on that I have to take care of, because I have made those deposits, when I go to pull that withdrawal out, it's not going to go crazy. They're not going to think, hey, I'm the worst dad in all the world, because of all those deposits that I put in. So when the time is needed, you have to sometimes address those things of lower priority, but it's still really important to make sure you balance the deposits, put in more deposits than you do withdrawals. You agree?
Agreed. Deposit?
Yeah.
How do you deal with distractions that you're not expecting?
Distractions that you're not expecting. That's almost like an oxymoron. Are we ever expecting distractions? I mean, it's it's a thing to think about when it comes to time management, because there's always going to be that squirrel. There's always going to be, oh my, there's a new series of Hannah out. There's always going to be something in this world to distract your attention and your time. I wrote down a few things in my notes: emergencies, people walking in, unexpected visitors. There's so many things that can pull back and take time away from us, and you need to expect those distractions and those issues that you didn't expect, and don't let it ruin your day. Of course, you may have an agenda with 10 things, and if you, at the end of the day, you have all these distractions and you only got 5 done, don't look at it and say, well, wow, that was a failure. I only got 50% of what I wanted to get done. You need to say, wow, with that distraction, I still got 5 things done that I wanted to get done. So expect distractions, because I promise you, they're going to come, they're going to rise, they're going to show up, and when it happens, you just got to deal with it and move on. And
sometimes distractions are welcomed.
Yeah, sometimes
you need that distraction.
Sometimes it's completely out of your expectation, but it's something that you need. Sometimes these distractions come into our life, and we find out, well, I really needed that. I really needed that time away. I really needed that visitor. I really needed that telephone call. Yep. It wasn't in your plan. It was in someone else's plan, and it didn't ruin your day. It helped your day. So think of it that way.
Are you perfect at time management?
What the duh? I mean, come on now. You don't think I'm perfect? Obviously, no one is perfect at time management. Time management is like golf. I mean, you play. You're never going to be perfect at it. There's always going to be ways that we can improve. So when we're learning with Rev, one of the things that I'm learning every day is how to get better at time management, how to get better at making use of time wisely, and I think it's important. I'll ask you, am I perfect at time management?
No, neither am I.
Yeah.
I'm not either.
I think we all have to get better at it. We all have ways and areas in which we can improve. But I think, if anything, this 12-minute talk so far, if we've just given you some ideas of how you can address some time management issues in your life, and if you're anything like me as a reseller, I think we can be much, much better as a reseller or a business owner or a business person when we have a greater grasp on our time. When we're able to manage our time well, I think we will be able to make money well or better. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's recognizing that you need better time management skills. I think that's where it starts.
Yeah.
And then I think it's not beating yourself up if one day your time management skills aren't going as planned. It happens. Everybody has those days where...
Today, for me.
your plate seems overloaded, and this is one of the days where you have to, you might have to make a choice. Hey, priority over agenda.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Maybe she's telling me something, y'all.
I'm not. I'm just...
At this time, we're going to roll into, I'm going to share with you how many listings we got done today and all of this. So at the next part of this video, you're going to get to see all that we have done today in day... What is today? Today is day 12 of the eBay Accountability Listing Challenge. So we'll share that with you right. All right, y'all, as we come and we close out, another day bites the dust. All right, y'all, another day bites the dust. Day 12, the end of my listing day while the videos were working and getting the video uploaded for today. I was actually able to crunch out 11 more listings. The total amount, listed dollar amount, was $117. So that brings our total listings to 202 listings over 12 days. That averages out about 16.8. It has come down over the weekend. I anticipated that was going to happen. I sort of knew it would. Something that I have prepared for. So $4,409 is our total. Once again, over the weekend, because we're not packing orders, we're not going to show the items sold. So we'll give you another listing of that on which would be Tuesday night. Your Tuesday night, it would be our Monday night video, because we'll do a what sold video of all the things that sold over the weekend. So that brings the Baptist Lottery Ticket Store up to 108 listings, and the Red Resale Store stands pat at 94 listings. So thank you once again for watching. We are ever so grateful for you participating with us in this challenge. Again, comment. Let me know how this challenge is going for you. Hopefully it's going well. Some days is easier than others on ours, but we're grateful that you're going along with this challenge with us. And as we close out this video, we always know no way of closing out a video than saying, deuces, and may God bless.
See, I told you he wasn't a myth or a legend, just a regular dude selling on eBay. Thanks for watching.